Hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Teaching in the USA with Educational Partners International. I'm Kimberly Daggerhart, Director of Communications here at EPI, and we are so glad to have you with us today. Before we get started, I'd like to go over a few items so you know how to participate in today's event. You'll have the opportunity to submit questions by typing those into the comment box at any time during the presentation. We'll collect these and address them at the end. I'd now like to introduce our presenter, Jessica, our content specialist here at EPI.
Thank you, Kimberly. Hi, everyone. As Kimberly mentioned, my name is Jessica, and I work as a content specialist here at EPI. I am from the mountains of North Carolina, and before working for EPI, I taught English at the community college level. And I'm really excited to have a job that combines my passion for education with my passion for cultural exchange. Today I will be talking about what EPI does and how you can apply. We also want you to take this opportunity to ask any questions that you have regarding EPI and our process. So today's webinar is a general introduction to EPI. By the end of this presentation, we hope you will understand the mission of EPI and know the benefits both in the program and after you leave the United States. So the first question that most people have is, what is EPI? And you can answer this question in a lot of ways, but first and foremost, EPI is a cultural exchange program that brings international teachers into the U.S. to teach. Officially, EPI is designated by the U.S. Department of State as a sponsor for an exchange visitor program. We have become a world leader in cultural exchange, helping hundreds of teachers from around the world come to the U.S. to teach. Teachers in our program are currently teaching in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida. While we work with schools across the southern United States, our office is in North Carolina, which is about where the arrow is on the map on your screen there. We would love to know where you are from too, so go ahead and tell us in the comments. To understand more about the importance of U.S. cultural exchange, you may need to know more about the history of cultural exchange in the United States. Much of our cultural exchange movement in the U.S. was started by Senator J. William Fulbright. He was passionate about strengthening U.S. international relations and saw cultural exchange as a good way to accomplish this. You're probably familiar with his name because he created the Fulbright program, which is a famous international education scholarship. After creating the Fulbright program, he passed and developed the Fulbright-Hays Act of 1961. The purpose of this act was to increase mutual understanding between the people of the United States and the people of other countries by means of educational and cultural exchange in order to strengthen the ties which unite us with other nations. The Fulbright-Hays Act led to the creation of cultural exchange programs across the United States. If you have been on our website, you have probably seen this definition for EPI. Educational Partners International is an exchange visitor program authorized to sponsor teachers for K-12 placement in public, private, and charter schools in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida. But what does that actually mean? Well, as we've already stated, it means that we offer cultural exchange opportunities for teachers from other countries to come to the United States. Cultural exchange means that our teachers come to the United States to share their culture and then return to their home country so that they can share what they have learned about the U.S. Our program is a 3-year program. After you have finished with those 3 years, you will return to your home country for 2 years. So those 2 years where you go back home are important because that is where you're really going to complete our cultural exchange mission. Of course, we want to help you come to the U.S. to share your culture, but we are also interested in you returning home and sharing your experience in the United States with other people in your home country. That is because EPI believes sharing knowledge and cultures and let me repeat that. EPI believes sharing knowledge across cultures and venues improves understanding among teachers, students, administrators, and members of the communities in which we live. This is the whole reason why we do this program. Your ability to bring your culture to the United States and then to take United States culture back home with you is really what true cultural exchange is about. Exchanging knowledge and information between cultures so that we can understand each other better as a global community. So what does this kind of cultural exchange look like? As a teacher with EPI, you will create projects and events to help share some of your culture with students and teachers in the U.S. Today we have a couple of examples of projects that our teachers have done in the past. So this is an activity one of our Jamaican teachers organized for her students. For the activity, students in Rochelle's previous school in Jamaica created a presentation on Jamaican and culture, including national symbols, food, music, and national heroes. The Jamaican students then shared that presentation with her American students over Skype. This is an activity one of our Filipino teachers did with his art class. He taught the class about the Mascara Festival and its history. He then had his students make their own traditional festival masks. Here's an event that a couple of our Jamaican teachers did together. For this event, they made Jamaican food. They also taught traditional dances to the students and teachers at the school. Here you can see where one of our teachers from China organized a traditional Chinese New Year's festival. For the festival, her students made costumes so that they could put on a parade for the school. The parade gave other classes in the school the opportunity to experience her culture as well. They also performed traditional songs and dances and wore traditional Chinese clothing to celebrate. We also have a video of Claudia, one of our Spanish immersion teachers from Mexico, describing one of her cultural exchange projects and the effects it had on her community. So here is Claudia's experience with cultural exchange in the U.S.
Today is May 10. May 10 in Mexico, it's a really big celebration. It's Mother's Day, and for us, mothers are like the base of the family. So at school, what I try to do is just to share my culture and share the way we celebrate in Mexico here. The kids were really excited. They were happy to be able to sing to their moms. They were happy to be able to express their feelings. And for the American moms, they can learn about our culture, the way that we celebrate. I think every single mom like and enjoy this event.
So as you can see, we provide many opportunities for you to share your culture with your school here in the United States, and there are many different ways that you can do this. You will have the ability to find what you are really passionate about and share that with your students here. So now that you have more of a background on who we are and what we do, it's time to talk about what benefits you get from participating in our program. As we keep talking about, the most obvious benefit is that you will get to encounter new cultural experiences, experience life in the United States, and share your culture with people who would not normally experience it. Your students here may not know very much at all about life in your home country, and you will get to share things with your students that they would have never known otherwise. By doing this, you also have the opportunity to make a positive impact for students all over the world, not just in your home country. Also, one of the most important things that we offer you is personal and professional support for you during your time here in the United States. We think teacher support is a major part of this whole process and one of the most important things that we do. We are invested in your success, so we are available as a resource for you even after you arrive in the United States. So let's talk more in depth about the type of support that we offer our teachers. EPI's support program is an area of pride for us as a cultural exchange program. As soon as you are placed in a school, One of our dedicated and trained support team members will contact you to help guide you in the process of moving to the U.S. The relationship between you and the support team is an important one and will continue throughout your time as an EPI program member. Should you need help of any kind while you are in the U.S., the EPI support team is ready to help. At EPI, we understand that American students need the international perspective that teachers like you bring, and we are dedicated in doing all that we can to help you deliver it. From culture shock to meeting the needs of struggling learners, we are here to support you. So EPI is a program that not only provides benefits while you are here, but also when you return to your home country. The experiences and professional development that you will have while in the United States is something that you will carry with you your whole life. Once you are done with our program, you will be able to go home with a new perspective that will enrich your personal and professional life. Also, participating in this program means that you are now a world educator. You are a teacher who has taught students from multiple countries all over the world. Experiences like these are truly life-changing, and you will not be the same kind of teacher or person that you were before you came here, which we consider to be one of the major benefits of participating in our program. So before we finish talking about the benefits that EPI has to offer, here is what some of our teachers had to say about their time in the United States. Gisela from the Philippines says, EPI has provided a lot of support during my transition from my country to the United States. They have assisted me in every way. I truly appreciate all of the help they have extended. Mauricio from Colombia says, EPI has walked beside me in every process and are always ready to help. I really feel happy to be a part of this program. This is an academic, personal, and professional adventure that international teachers can't miss. We also have a video clip of Claudia sharing her story. After this brief video, we will be answering your questions in a live question and answer session. So this is what Claudia has to say about her experience with EPI.
EPI, it's, for me, has made my dream come true. And I'm just really happy to be here. I'm really happy to be part of EPI. And I just hope that everybody joins us.
To hear more from our teachers, visit our Facebook page. We have posted several videos of our teachers talking about their cultural exchange experiences. We also post teacher stories on our website, teachwithepi.com. All right, so now it is time for our question and answer session. I will be answering any questions that you have left in the comments, so if you have not yet submitted your questions, please ask them now. Also, we encourage you to tell us about yourself. We would love to know where you are from and what you are currently teaching. I'm joined again by Kimberly, who has collected the questions you've submitted during the presentation. Hi, Kimberly.
Hey, Jessica. And hello to all of our teachers joining us from around the world today. We'd like to welcome teachers from Colombia, Jamaica, the Philippines, Brazil, Venezuela, South Africa, and more. Thanks so much for joining us. All right, Jessica, the first question that we have today is, does your program have an age limit?
Okay, so that's a great question. This is one of the most common questions that we get, so I know it interests a lot of people. The answer is no. The requirements for our program are more based on your experience, and if you're currently teaching, there is no specific age limit to participate in the program. Regardless of how old you are, you can apply at teachwithepi.com.
Great. Our next question is, are you looking for art teachers?
So the answer is yes. We place teachers in all subjects that we teach in the United States. So that includes art, but also music, physical education, science, social studies, English, history, special education.
And also foreign languages, right?
And also foreign languages. Yep.
Okay, our next question, one of the ones we see a lot, what are the requirements?
Okay, so I'll be touching on this in just a minute in my presentation, but some of the basic requirements for being a teacher are that you have a bachelor's degree, you have 2 years full-time teaching experience at least, and you're currently teaching.
Okay, for our next question, someone asks, do I have to be a native English speaker?
So the answer to this question is no, and I just want to talk about it a minute. Native English speaker means that you would have to be that English would have to be your first language. And English does not have to be your first language. However, we do require that you are fluent in English. So strong English skills, advanced English skills are a program requirement.
Okay, our next question is, can I apply right now for the next school year? So, starting in fall of 2019, should I go ahead and start my application?
So yes, we are currently accepting applications for programs that would start in the 2019-2020 school year, and in the United States, school starts in August. So right now, the teachers who are applying would be placed for the August 2019 school year.
Our next question is, what grade levels are you looking for?
So we place in American grades kindergarten through 12th grade, which are approximately ages 5 to 18.
Okay, we have time for a couple more questions, and one of those is, do we get to choose where we are placed in the USA?
So we place teachers in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida, and you can request to only be considered for certain positions. So positions in certain places in the United States. However, that will limit your opportunities to be placed. So we encourage you to, be adventurous and to
keep an open mind.
Yeah. But you do have the ability to make a preference on where you'd be placed.
Okay, so we have time for one more question, and that question is there an application or placement fee?
So no, there is no application or placement fee. There are costs associated with the application, such as the criminal record check and the certified translations, and you'll be responsible for paying money for any documents that you need for the application, but we will never charge you an application fee.
Okay, that's our last question for today. If you did not get to ask your question, just go ahead and leave it in the comments, because right after the broadcast is finished, we'll be down there in the comments answering all remaining questions.
Okay, great. Thank you, Kimberly.
Thank you.
So now that you know more about us, the question is EPI right for you? Here we have listed some of the basic requirements for our program. EPI teachers must have a bachelor's degree, they must have at least 2 years full-time teaching experience, they must be currently teaching, and they must have advanced English skills. So if that sounds like it applies to you, you can apply at teachwithepi.com. As you can see in the video, the first step is to go to our website, teachwithepi.com/teachers. Once you are there, you will scroll down until you see the orange button that says click here to apply. Then you will answer some questions about your eligibility and click the submit button. After you've answered the questions, you'll be able to make an account with your email address and start your application. If you've already started the application process, be sure you are checking your email regularly for updates on your status. In closing, I would like to share this quote from J. William Fulbright that I feel illustrates the importance of cultural exchange education. We must try to expand the boundaries of human wisdom, empathy, and perception, and there is no way of doing that except through education. Much like Fulbright talks about here, at EPI we hope to expand the understanding of U.S. students by giving them the opportunity to learn from teachers like you. So that's all for today, everybody. If you are interested in viewing our previous webinars or signing up for our upcoming webinars, go to teachwithepi.com/webinars and sign up for our mailing list. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook to hear about our upcoming events, as well as to hear more from our current teachers. If you have any more questions, be sure to email us at team@teachwithepi.com. On behalf of everyone at EPI, thanks for joining us and have a great day.